Hello and welcome. So in this video I will show you the things that you must to learn, like things that you need to understand while using HTML. That it's, let me say, it's a must learn, that you must understand them in order for you to work with HTML very well. So I'll just create my HTML file. Okay, so I have something like this. So it's just going to be HTML and CSS. We already understand all these parts from the previous videos I made. So I'll just come to my body section. Okay, I think I'll take this off. I don't need it. Alright, so I'll space. So now in the HTML, I'll create a div class. So in this div class, I'll name this class top. T-O-P. Okay, so just watch what we are going to do. So then inside this div class, I'll create UL, like listing, like I want to list something. That's another list. So the LI. Okay, LIA. Okay, so then I'll write home. Home. I'll just copy this. So I'll click this place to copy. Copy. And I'll click here to paste. Okay. I'll change this to about. Change this to contacts. I think I'll paste this one more time. Service. And then exist. Okay, so that's for the another list section. So there is something that I want to explain. After this div class, there is HTML tag that we call section. So when I create this now, you understand exactly how the section works. So like if for example you are, maybe it's a blog page and then the text are much, like so many text, then you don't have to be scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Maybe let's say it's like a book, and when you come back you don't have to scroll and scroll before you get to chapter 1. So using this section now, so if we do it, if you click on let's say if you click on chapter 1, okay, let's even change this from this home about contact so that we understand better. Well, let's put home. So let's put chapter 1. Chapter 1. Let's put chapter 2. Chapter 3. And let's say this is the last part of the page. Okay, so this section now, come here. I'll use the HTML attributes ID. I already explained ID in the previous video where I explained div, class and ID. So I'll use ID now. So for this first section, I'll call this ID home. Make sure that it's the same name that you use here that you're using here also. So I'll come here, write home. Okay. So in this section, I'll copy some text. Let me go to my notes. Okay, I think I have some text there. I have some dummy text. Okay. I'm trying to find my dummy text. Let me write something here. Okay, here. So I'll just copy all this. I'll copy. Okay, and then I'll paste. I'll click here to paste. So I've pasted all this text here. If you run this, it's still normal now. Nothing happens. If I click here, nothing will happen. If I click here, nothing will happen. So I'll create another section again. Or I can just easily come and copy all this to save time, right? I'll just copy all this. So I'll click here to copy. And then I click here to paste. I'll paste it one more time. Then the last time. Okay. So because I have 1, 2, 3, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I need to paste it 5 times. So I'll come here, I'll change this one from home to chapter 1. Then from pay attention to this, please. I need you to understand it. Chapter 2. Change this to. So if you do it this way, to help you to be fast, instead of just typing and typing, it's going to waste your time. So just do all this copy and paste method. So I'll paste it one more time. So that's for the exists direct. Alright, so now using the ID, in the previous video I explained how ID works. So if I use div class, I'm going to use dot while editing the CSS. But if I use ID, I'll be using hash. Like if I want to, let's come here. If I want to click here so that it will take me to chapter 2, I'm going to use the ID here. I'm going to use hash. Okay. So it's here, I'm going to write it. Sorry. I will not give space. So chapter, then 1. So let's try this. So if I click here, see, it's taking me to the chapter 1 part. So let me come to my HTML and list this thing very well so that I understand. I give this H1 tag, or let's use H2. So I write chapter 1. Just copy this. So if I come to the second section, I'll paste this. I write chapter 2. Paste this here. I write chapter 3. Okay, so that. I write exist. So with this, you can do something very beautiful, as if you are creating a book, like a blog, like it's a book page that you can read. So if I come here, I write home. I come here, I write make sure that the spelling is the same, else it won't work. Chapter 2, come here, write chapter 3. And then I'll come here, write exist. No space. So if I run this, okay, so if I click on chapter 1, you see, it took me to chapter 1. If I come back, if I click on chapter 2, directed me to chapter 2. Then if I come back, chapter 3. So it's just like div class and ID that I explained, and then exist. So we can make this beautiful now by adding CSS to it.